this is going to be everything you want to know about the XD-M Elite 9mm, the 4.5 inch. This particular one has the 2023 Gear Up package, so it's going to have a few little extras in it. But to start out for unboxing, this is new and opened. We open the package, we get a nice case. It looks like I've got a few different options here. I've got a handful of magazines. I have, looks like some rear grips options, a couple of magazine bases, a shot target, the manuals, which include your warranty activation card, your warnings, the registration envelope, already pre-postage. You get a decal, the instruction manual, a safety lock, and that's all for the box. Inside the case, I'm going to have the gun itself, the two more magazines that seat nicely into the case. It's a padded case for pretty thick padding, pretty protective. But so far, this is everything that comes in the box. Some of the specs. This is in black. It is the XD-M Elite 4.5 inch 9mm. It is a 4.5 inch hammer forged steel and melanite finish. This is black polymer frame, fiber optic front tactical rack U-dot on the rear. The grip is a 1.2 inch grip. And I do have options here that change. It comes 2 20-round clips. These magazines that I guess were in the initial package. The Gear Up package, I guess, is what the additional parts and magazines. This is a 29-ounce gun. It feels heavy, but not for a full size. It's very light for a full size, I feel. The length is 7.6 inches long, and the height is 5.75 inches tall. The retail on this gun is $609. On our White Lab Tactical website right now, it can be picked up for $330.99 with the Gear Up package. So we got quite a deal going on it right now. Most of our guns ship out, depending on the time of day you order. They can be at your local dealer for transfer overnight on most, 2 to 3 days on some. But the majority of them, I believe, these are pretty well kept in the warehouse, so these are readily available. Anyway, I'm going to start talking about my initial impression of the gun. This is, it is very nice for target shooting. It's got a rear safety, trigger safety is in there. But it doesn't have a regular thumb safety, I don't believe. This looks like the weight and feel of it feels very comparable to your larger shooting guns. A little big for me for an everyday carry, but somebody with a very large hand would be very happy with this gun, especially if you added additional grips. This is a really nice solid feel. It seems pretty smooth to operate. Everything is pretty standard, but obviously really impressive quality. I love the way they've done their markings, and the grip has a nice thick edge, so it's pretty aggressive and feels really easy to hold. It came with this safety pin in it, so I'm going to remove that so I can really get a feel for this guy. It does have the hold back, very easy to release. Sights feel they're large. It's got a lot of room to see. I think this would be a really nice gun to shoot, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. This is probably one of my favorites that I've had today, and I think this is going to be a real treat at the range. At least I hope. Very excited about going out and shooting this gun. So I'm going to start going over. I guess we've got 5. These are 19 shot magazines. That would be 1 in the chamber, makes it a 20 round gun. That ought to be able to really enjoy back to back for a while. So that's about it on the specs and my initial impressions of the gun. A quick side note that I didn't mention was that I found, as I was starting to put some of this away, that I didn't realize that there was actually a magazine already in the gun. So this package actually has a total of 6 magazines with it. 2 different grips as extras, 1 on the gun, and 2 more bases for these magazines. This is going to be the full disassembly and field strip of the XD-M Elite 9mm, the 4.5 inch barrel. To disassemble this gun, we'll start by removing the magazine and set it aside. I want to clear the chamber and double check that there's nothing in it, and it is cleared. The very first step you should take is always reading the owner's manual that comes with the gun. Nobody knows more about these guns than the manufacturer that made them. So be sure to read all your safety guides before handling it, read all your manuals on how to do this. But I'm going to show you the physical, how it's done. So this is a no tools necessary to field strip this gun. We will pull it back until the curve is lined up with the pin. We'll push this to the vertical position and then release it. It slides right off of the frame. Now we have the slide itself. This is a capped recoil spring and guide rod, so it shouldn't come apart on you. You'll be careful when you pull up on it. Initially, there is a little bit of pressure on it, although it's not going to spring apart. It does have some pressure, so you don't want to shoot it across the room. We'll set this aside. To remove the barrel, we will push up on the barrel and slide it straight out the back. Now your slide is disassembled, the barrel is separated, and you're ready to start doing some lubrication, cleaning, anything that you need to do. This is a new gun, it's fairly stiff, so I would say it is very easy, especially after it's been used for a little while. It would be super easy to do this, even for weaker hands. So this is a brand new gun. It doesn't necessarily need any greasing or lubrication, cleaning. It already comes that way, so I'm actually going to show you immediately the reassembly. This is going to be starting with the last piece that you take out is always the first piece to go back in. So your barrel will slide right back down into where it started from. You'll pull it all the way to the back, and you can feel it sitting there in its spot. The recoil spring and guide rod gets put back into the slide big end first, and it'll just get pushed down onto the ledge. Pretty simple. So now the slide is prepared to go back onto the frame. There's 2 tracks that you'll line up to start it sliding in. And you'll just pull this guy all the way back, and to fully lock it in, you'll need to pull it all the way back and push your pin back forward. This gun is completely back together and ready to be used. This is going to be how to load and arm the XD-M Elite from Springfield. This is the 9mm. We'll start by removing the magazine. You'll take it firmly in your hand and push straight down and back. This is a 19 round magazine. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At this point, the spring is starting to get very stiff. It's starting to get a lot harder to push them down, but we've still got more to go. This is going to be more likely used as a range gun, so it might be worth using a speed loader, and I'm probably going to show that in another video. But anyway, here is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, ooh, and 19. It's gotten very difficult to shove down, but 19 should make it on in there. Here it is. 19 rounds. It'd be a 20 round gun if you have one in the chamber. So we'll slide the magazine back into the bottom of the gun. This gun is ambidextrous, so you can use either side to release it when necessary. But to arm the gun, you will slide it back and release it. And this gun is now ready to fire. Now, to disarm this firearm, you will release the magazine by pressing the release button from either side. The gun is ambidextrous. You will hold the gun parallel to the floor, slide it back. You can double check to make sure that the gun is cleared, that there's nothing in it, and this gun is now disarmed.